Just imagine you're having the best time of your life. It is
The best weekend, maybe the best trip you ever had, or you're just lazing around on your bed, but you are having the best time of your life on a weekend. And imagine tomorrow is Monday. How did you feel? Did you feel comforting?
Or did you feel like, oh my god, tomorrow is Monday again, I have this to submit?
That to submit, that to do. I have to go to school, I have to go to college. Were those the thoughts you had? But if you observed, it is still the weekend. Monday did not arrive yet. But why were you thinking about Monday and why were you stressing out about Monday? Even when Monday did not happen yet.
You know, there is a good science behind this, and I'm here to explain it to you today. Hi, all. I'm Blessy answering back with another video today to tell you about something, a tiny thing in our brain called amygdala. So let's get right into the video. This reaction which you just had when you heard Monday is tomorrow, even if today was a weekend, that part of your brain which causes fear, anxiety, and stress is something called amygdala. What is amygdala's job? Amygdala's job is to detect danger. And usually, amygdala is something which reacts before logic even exists. Let me give you an example. Have you ever had a thread, a small thread, falling maybe on your neck or maybe on
Any part of your body or just touching something and you just jolt. You just jolt and you like wipe it off your dress or wipe it off yourself, thinking it might be some cockroach or some insect. But the moment you see it, it's just a teeny tiny thread.
right? Every one of us might have gone through this. But yeah, why does this happen? This is the work of amygdala. It responds, it sensed danger. It thought it was an insect. And it immediately reacted. Even before logic, you saw it was a thread. Oh my god, it's just a thread. You can just take it and throw it off. But no, amygdala responded before logic did. That is the job of amygdala. To see how amygdala works in our brain, a few scientists conducted a few experiments on rats. Yes, rats. This experiment is called classic fear conditioning, or also called as tone shock pairing. What happened in this experiment was there were a certain number of rats which were exposed to a tone or a sound and immediately given a freeze shock. They were freezed. So this happened a couple of times. So what exactly happened is after a certain time they stopped freezing the rats, but whenever the rats could listen to that tone or that sound, they were in such a physical state that they imagined that they were getting freezed. This is how scientists proved that amygdala, even if it doesn't, they were not freezed. The rats were not freezed. Even if was no logic, the amygdala reacted to the danger and it responded. That is the job of amygdala. What did this experiment prove? Amygdala is not only used for learning new fears, but it also can store the fears which are already there or the new fears and makes a pattern out of it. When we take the same example which I've given you about a thread falling on your body and you thinking it is an insect or a cockroach or something like that, what did it prove to you? It proved that the brain always requires your safety, or it prioritizes your safety more than accuracy or more than the brain being correct. Amygdala reacts in such a way that it causes anxiety, stress, fear, because it senses some kind of danger. Sometimes it doesn't really make sense. Sometimes there is logic lacking, like the thread which I was speaking about. So, how do we deal with it? Like I said in the rats, it was something external, a neutral tone which they could hear, but they imagined themselves freeze. That is a pattern which they recognized. Even if they are not freezing, their mind mentally went into the state of freezing. And we have to break a few patterns in order for our amygdala to become neutral to a certain things. Yes, you reacting to a thread is common because what if it is really an insect? So it is fine. But sometimes it is not really about the physical things, but it is about the mental things which are going on in our head. So, how do we recognize these patterns? How do we not become like those rats who think they are freezing even if they are not? Sometimes, maybe while you listen to something or see something in the TV or see a story and you can relate to it, immediately tell yourself that this is not you, but this is the amygdala reacting. Yes, that sounds like nonsense. But yeah, at least tell yourself this is not what is happening to me, this is some other circumstance. For example, you're watching TV and something bad happened in your life, and you see the same thing on TV, and you automatically, the brain automatically takes you back to the time when all of this has happened. Yes, it happens, but, and yes, it is okay to feel, but it is equally important for you to get out of that as fast as possible. Because why do you want to destroy your own mental health? So just name it. What is happening right now? Okay, this is something I'm observing in a TV or something I'm observing outside. This is not happening to me. So I'm fine. Yes, I would feel it, but immediately I would leave it. I felt it, now I left it. Don't carry it forward. This brings me to point number 2. Do not carry it forward. When something like this happens, what you can do? What you can do is stop taking it forward. Okay, you felt it. Now it is in the past or it has already happened. Let it go. Please let it go. Not for someone else, not for someone, whoever is watching you, but let it go for yourself. And this brings me to point number 3. Slow your body first. Just take a deep breath and just think, is this really happening? Or am I feeling what is not really happening to me? Meditation works. Pausing and reflecting works. Pause and reflect on what you are thinking. Let me tell you one thing. Thoughts always appear, and that is just your brain doing its job. And you understanding how your brain works, the mechanism of your brain, and taking the steering wheel in your hand helps you a lot more than you can ever imagine. And please don't beat yourself up. It's not you, it is your brain. You can control your brain. Thank you for joining me today in this video where I talk about amygdala. And yeah, don't beat yourself up. You are doing way better than you think. You are doing way better than you think. Thank you for listening to me. See you in the next one.